Hey there, Nate Lang, coming to you from our cabinet shop today here at Lang Custom Builders headquarters, where we're going to talk about all things roofing. We're going to talk about products and processes. Let's get it. Well, let's talk about products first. I want to share with you some of the products that we use on every one of our roof projects. So let's talk about the first thing that we do. We're going to come out, we're going to tear everything off the roof. We're going to tear shingles off, we're going to tear felt paper off, we're going to take off the drip edge of your old roof, and we're going to replace everything from the OSB up. So if we see any issues with the OSB, we're going to first address those. So if there's been any leaks or any rotting going on, we're going to take care of anything that we see there. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to replace all your drip edge. So why do we replace all the drip edge? Well, the drip edge goes along all the eaves and all the gables of your home. So this product here is the first defense against water that's coming off into your gutters or the edges of all your eaves going up and down the rakes. So what we have here is a drip edge product. What this is it actually sits over your gutter, so the water is going to come down and run right into your gutter. We want to make sure that this is in really good shape, really good condition, so that this takes care of all the water coming off the roof. First thing we replace, this comes in about 30 different colors. We're going to match what you got. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the ice and water guard at the bottom of the roof. This is a sticky product, so it's got adhesive on the back side. This is going to bond right to your OSB. This actually prevents any water from coming up under the shingles in those areas that are sensitive to ice, driving rains, those kind of things. If you take a look at these shingles here, in the winter time, water has a tendency to push up underneath here when it freezes and thaws with the ice. So this ice guard actually sits under that first about 4 feet of shingles. And if any water were to get stopped in the gutter, frozen in your gutters in the wintertime with leaves or whatever else, it can't push up underneath there and rot out your OSB or cause any water damage. So that's the first defense along the bottom of the roof. This comes in a few different textures, but we found that this granular texture seems to work the best and be the best. The next thing after that ice and water, the ice and water is actually going in the valleys and around the eaves. After that, we're going to put a synthetic paper on. So if you're familiar with roofing, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the main product that was used was tar paper. That product was a paper material that was embedded with asphalt, and it went underneath all the shingles. That was a good water barrier, but the problem with that is over time it would get brittle and deteriorate. Well, the product that we use today is a synthetic paper. So this is a plastic woven material. It's waterproof, but the cool thing about this is that it does not get brittle and it does not rip. You can't actually rip it. If I pull on this as hard as I can't actually rip it. All the nails that go into it, it's got a good adhesion, so when the nails go into it, they don't cut it and rip it, and it will actually do a little self-sealing. That's the cool thing about this ice guard actually too, is this is self-sealing as well, so when we put a nail in it, it sucks right around that nail and seals that. So those are the two defense layers that we're putting down on your roof. Next thing we're doing is we're replacing all your roof boots. So this is a roof boot here. This is for all your penetrations, your plumbing vents, your air intakes, all those different things for your HVAC equipment. Whatever penetrations you have through your roof, we're replacing the roof boots for those. So that's important to replace these. These have a nice new seal around them. Those are some of the areas that we see roofs starting to leak, is around those roof boots. So that's one thing that you want to take real careful consideration to. Another product that we're using here, this is our ridge vent. So roof ventilation is super important. We're going to make sure that we're venting the air out the roof, keeping the temperatures in your attic as cool as possible. The air is going to come up through your soffit. It's going to go out through this ridge vent. This ridge vent actually has a bug guard on it, so when this presses down to the ridge of the roof, it prevents any bugs from being able to get in there. Bats or anything else, it prevents as well. So this kind of goes up there. they can't go through that. This actually sits over the top of the roof, gets nailed down. We actually put shingles over top of this. So bomber product there. All right, let's talk about the actual shingles and the facade that you can actually see on top of the roof. We got a couple different products here. I'm gonna start with this one. This is kind of the most basic. This is gonna be your architectural shingle. Every house that you drive by, 90% of the homes in our area have this type of shingle on them. This has a whole bunch of different color selections, so your roof could be black, it could be gray. All these different colors we can pick from. And we have sample boards like this. We'll bring these sample boards out and you can see those in bigger fashion. A lot of times our clients will ask us, hey, what does this gray look like? The Sierra gray or whatever color gray that they're looking at. We can actually send you out to a roof and show you a full roof with that color on it. So that's usually helpful for our clients to see. So this is kind of the basic option here. This is from Owens Corning. CertainTeed actually makes a product as well in the architectural shingle line. The cool thing about Owens Corning is they actually have this sure nail technology. So when the nails go through this product right here, they can't pull back out. So it's a really bomber product. Good wind retention there, so not gonna blow off. Second product that we use, this is kind of a step up from that in the asphalt shingle line. So this here mimics kind of a shake shingle look. So this has a little bit more dimension to it. If I hold it like this, you can see it's a little bit thicker. If you look at the side, actually this is a little bit thicker on the side, so it's got more coverage. It's a little bit more durable. These come in the same colors as those with a couple different options, but the dimension on these is what sets them apart. So you will definitely be able to tell the difference between these two on your roof. This one has a little bit more of a look to it. Okay, after the asphalt shingles, we have metal options. So over here, this is a little bit of a sample that we can show clients when they come into our office. But on this side here, you'll see that we have a standing seam roof. So this roof is a standing seam roof. These panels get rolled out of a rolling machine. So we actually bring the rolling machine to the site. And when we go up and we can actually measure exactly how long of a piece we need, put it in the computer, it will roll it out, and the guys will lift it right up to the roof and bend it and do all the things that they need. So this has an 1.5 inch standoff here. This can actually be adjusted based on the look or the design of the house. These panel widths can actually be adjusted as well. So I think we can go up to 20 inches wide. And the cool thing is this roof here has these big solid standoffs. So if you're interested in putting solar on your roof ever, these standoffs can take solar clamps and you don't actually have to penetrate the roof. They go on similar to this ice bar here. They go on with these clamps. They get bolted to the ribs here. And so that's just a cool piece to know that if you are interested in solar, this is a good option for you. This metal roof also comes with a ridge cap here. Similar to this ridge cap, it has ventilation underneath here. So this is perforated underneath here. Air can come up and then out through the ridge. If you have conditioned attic space and you don't need the ventilation, we can make these solid up here as well, and it seals it off completely. So another option similar to this standing seam is what we call a snap lock. And so on the other side of this, we have a snap lock product, and let me see if I can turn this around here. It looks really similar. You can't hardly tell from the ground what you're looking at, but you can't clamp solar to this. These standoffs are only about 3/4 inches tall. And when we put this snow bar on, we actually just pop rivet it to it. It doesn't have the clamps that fit on there. So it's just a little bit less expensive because it's a snap lock product. It's not mechanically seamed. Takes a little bit less labor to put it on, but it still does not show the fasteners on it. So some metal roofs they actually fasten it through the metal, and you can actually see the metal fasteners. Those would be more for like pole barns, but for residential products, this is what we're primarily using. Okay, I've gone through all the products here. Let's talk about the process of replacing your roof. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your current roof. We're going to help you understand some of the challenges and let you know how much life is actually left in that roof. Sometimes we go out and clients have 5-10 years left, and that's not even the right time to replace the roof. So we're going to help you know that so you can make the best decision possible. Well, if we decide that it is time to replace your roof, we're going to go through some of the same things that we just talked about with the products. We're going to talk about metal and asphalt and different options that you have in replacing your roof. Well, after we talk about those and help you understand those options, we're going to take photos around your entire home. So we're going to take about 6 to 8 photos, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to create a 3D model of your home. We don't actually have to crawl up on your house to take the measurements. We can actually make a 3D model, and it's going to tell us all the things that we need to know. It's going to tell us how many roof boots we need. It's going to tell us how much drip edge we need, how much ridge vent, and how many shingles we need. It's going to give us all the measurements we need in order to create a detailed estimate for you. We'll bring that detailed estimate out to you. We'll bring color samples out to you if we didn't have them that day, and we'll show you the options that you have in selecting based on that estimate. After that estimate is complete and we've made that decision, we're going to come out and we'll actually do the roof repair. Well, one of the things that we really like to do is we like to have minimal impact on your lifestyle for your roofing replacement. So what that means is we bring out the right number of guys to try to get your roof done in one day. 90% of our roofs can be done in one day, and it limits the impact of noise and all the different things that go on with replacing a roof. So we come out, we'll tear off all the shingles, replace the entire roof in that one day. We'll take all the debris away, and we'll clean up the job site. One of our core values here at Line Custom Builders is leave no trace. Whenever we're out on a job site, we want to make sure that we clean up that job site so no one knows we're there. You know, when roofing replacement happens, there's a lot of nails and debris that get thrown around the job site. We take special attention to picking those up with magnets and going around and cleaning up everything possible. So that's the process that we go through. There's also warranty work afterwards that we will submit and help you submit to make sure you have the warranties in place for your roof. Well, I hope this video was a great resource for you in better understanding roofing materials and processes. If you need anything done with your roof, call us here at Line Custom Builders. We'd love to help you out with all your roofing needs. Thanks.